Happy Monday! It is time for another Monday Mass Made, where I am going back through all the projects that I made during Mass Make March. So a Mass Make is where you make 5 or more of one project, and these all need to be finished. They're not decorated, they're just sitting in my bin, and honestly, they're just annoying me. So I've got this big pile of unfinished projects, and for the next little while, Mondays are going to be about finishing those projects. Sometimes decorating them, sometimes something else. So the project that I'm going to pull for today is going to be, let's see, accordion envelopes. Hi everyone, my name is Mary Lou and this is Create Junk Journals with Mary Lou. So the project that I pulled out of the bin for today is the accordion envelopes. And I think they are just lovely the way they are. There's not a lot that needs to be done on them. And honestly, they are pretty much done already. I made these by using vintage mail order and pattern envelopes. So they've got all that beautiful vintage handwriting, old handwriting. They've got the postmarks on it. The outside I do not want to touch. The outside is perfect as is. But the inside of all the envelope flaps leaves a lot to be desired. They are just made, like I made the flaps out of just plain printer paper. Even though it's heavier printer paper, it still looks a little blah because I recycled paper and I've got recipes on the inside of my flaps, and not even full recipes, just little bits and pieces. So it needs to get fixed. So this is going to be really simple. I've got some coffee dyed to-do list paper here that I used in Wednesday's project. And I think that is going to work really well on the inside of the envelope flaps. So all I need to do is glue the flap of the envelope onto the to-do list, and that's it. So I'm grabbing my glue, and all I use is plain Aleene's tacky glue, and I am just going to run it along the edges. And then I'm just going to take the to-do paper and I'm going to flip it with the lines going towards the printer paper or towards the envelope flap, because I don't need those lines on the inside of the envelope anyway. And I'm just sticking it down. So then I am going to grab my bone folder and I am burnishing the papers together so that they are really well fused together and they won't come apart. And then it gives it a lot more sturdiness and stability, so it's not so flimsy. So now I just have to cut down the coffee dyed paper that I have put on the inside of the envelope flaps and cut it all the way around and be really neat and tidy, which is always a challenge, but I know I can do it. And then I will be repeating that for all the other ones as well. So I'm going to speed it up just a little more and put a little music on it. All right, there we go. All 4 of them are done, and now it feels much sturdier. So now it is time to update the closure. And I want to add a little something. So I'm grabbing my paper beads that I made. I make them off and on when I'm watching TV. It is a great project to do. Let me know in the comments if you want to see how I make my paper beads. I know everybody does it a little different. So it is always something that, it might be an interesting subject. So what I'm doing is I am going to pick a few beads out that I have made, and I'm looking for ones that are matching my envelopes. And then I have cut the string straight, which is always really helpful. And then I am using a threader to thread the bead through, or to get the thread through the bead, and then all I have to do is tie a knot and a double knot, and if it still moves, then I'm going to have to tie some more knots so that they don't travel or fall off, because that would not be a cool thing to have happen when you are using the accordion envelope. So that is it. Like, it's not very complicated. It's a very simple project, but it looks really cool. And I am going to do the same thing on the rest of them. Not everything has to match perfectly. Some strings are going to be a bit longer, some are going to be shorter, but that's okay. All right, so I have 4 finished accordion envelopes. It feels really good to get these done. I used to have 5, but I used one in the paper doll wardrobe. So I am really enjoying finishing what I've started. I am not wanting to make a lot of other projects until I finish what is sitting on my desk, because I need the space back on my desk, and I'm trying to get into a little bit of a normal routine after finishing the 100-day project and ABC April. So I'll link the video where I made these in the comments and on the end screen. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. There is a lot coming up. Wednesdays, I'm using prompts to create projects. Saturdays is, of course, Paper Doll Saturday. And Fridays, I go live. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again on Wednesday. Bye.